Hello and welcome. This is Japan, and this is episode 15 of Evolve. I can't believe we've already got to 15 of these bad boys. 15 weeks. That's also like a big thing. Not like a lot of things on this like channel in general. We have like series and we do different stuff, but like getting over 10 is always pretty good, like to be consistent on it and all that. And I don't know, Evolve's been a fun thing to watch. So I mean, it's one of those things where it's not even a chore or anything. When you just like, I have fun making the videos and have fun watching them, or like watching the show in general. So it's kind of cool. So we start off the show with the Project. Their promo kind of sucked eggs. I'm going to be completely honest with you on that one. They're just not very good on the mic. I don't think it's really necessarily a bad thing. They need to have this training and do that. But they're playing heels and they just kind of seem like douches, but like not even like in a like charismatic way. They just kind of seem insufferable. And then it cuts to Lance Dorado talking about that he has some friends to come back and do something to the Vanity Project. I'm kind of cool with that. The way that like Evolve is that this was like all filmed at the beginning of May or like a couple weeks into May. So like I don't know necessarily if it has anything to do with like maybe being the LWO because they eventually team up, but that kind of felt like that was a random thing. But this promo could have been just filmed recently too, because it's a promo and not a match. So I actually really don't know the whole like timetable of everything. So I'll be completely honest, it makes it a little bit weirder sometimes. I'll put this down in C. I mean, I'm cool to see Lance Dorado or Lynn Dorado because he did great in Worlds Collide, and his first Evolve match wasn't too bad. But the whole Vanity Project thing, I don't mind them as a faction. I just do not like it when they talk. Their wrestling is much better than what their talking is. Then we had Nikita Lyons versus Layla Diggs and Mason Holiday. Now, Layla Diggs drop kick from like midair, or you want to call it, what is it? It was like a flying scissor kick. I know it's like Booker T's like move that he does, but I'm trying to like, I guess, leg drop. I don't know exactly what you call it for her, but she got some height on that. That itself was like one of the best moves I've seen in like the last couple months. Like that move, they need to have her do that every single time she's in the ring because that looked nasty. This match actually wasn't too bad. I enjoy Zeta Steel, and like I said, Layla Diggs was good. Nikita Lyons wasn't too bad. Mason Holiday was in there too. She didn't get as much like offense, but honestly, this show, no matter what I rate it, was the perfect show because of like they had some decent a little bit of promo time for people, but also had three matches that all made it over 5 minutes, and they all were pretty enjoyable. Like, even if it wasn't like my cup of tea, it was still like an enjoyable thing that they put in there compared to like making it 2 minutes and it even being worse than what it was. So, this match itself, I put in a solid B. I enjoyed it. It was a good tag match. I think they also tag matches seem to be a little bit better. I think we get more people out there. I think like a tag match should almost always be on the show. Next up, I just wanted to put this here, but Troy Yord is your word. This is why I don't even like the name because it's very hard to say. Has now changed to Jamar Hampton. I like it. I mean, they changed you know Gintala name also. I think having the change is good, and to make a big deal about the change is also really good because you can change it, and then right after LFG, like people aren't gonna be completely like, who is that? And yeah, I like the name change. I'll put it up in S here. It's not anything too crazy, but I think the name suits him pretty well, and it looks pretty good compared to his old name, which is on this one. And then he had a match against Itzgal. Probably Itzgal might be my least favorite wrestler on this show. Just gimmick wise, in particular, I just don't like whatever he's doing. I don't think he's like bad in the ring. It's just the gimmick itself reminds me of like a Pokemon, I guess, because he just says his name a lot of times. I did not enjoy him in this match. I feel like the match itself I thought was pretty decent. They kind of played up like a little bit of an injury angle. I just thought the back and forth wasn't the greatest. I don't feel like there was much that could save this match. I just think it was a bad pairing. I put it in C. It was probably my least favorite part of the whole entire show. Um, but yeah, I guess that's the best way of saying it. They had a couple other promos. They had a Jordan Oasis promo. I didn't even decide to get the screen cap for that because I was already going to put that in F. Him and Itzgal are the bottom people for me. It's just his gimmick is just weird. Like he's just a wandering person that keeps everything in his backpack, and it's just like, how's that a wrestling gimmick? That's barely a lifestyle for people. So I don't know. I guess it is what it is. Then we had Wesley versus Cappuccino Jones, as Wesley being the gatekeeper. I actually like that as a cool gimmick. Like everybody who eventually gets some momentum and is about to go to NXT has to get past Wesley to get there. Honestly, that's kind of low key fire if they do it correctly. Obviously, he needs to get a couple wins and back some people down, but like people should like fail like once or twice, then finally get past him and then get an NXT like contract or like at least appearance or something like that. That would be kind of really cool, and it would put Wesley in a interesting spot on Evolve where he could actually have some good matches and do some cool stuff. This match itself, I thought was pretty solid. I definitely thought it was worth the main event. I like Cappuccino Jones a lot. He did take the L here, but I think it was a good showing on his part. I think they had some really good chemistry and stuff. They had a little bit of outside stuff. Like I think they could have definitely just got rid of any of that. It didn't really do much. It kind of just made the match feel like not the greatest. And then like Wesley was kind of coming into it like taking him for granted, and I think they went on to that a little bit too long into the match. It should have been very right off the bat where like Cappuccino Jones got like a hard almost free count, and then it was like bam, and then he decides that he's gonna do it. But yeah, I thought this match was a solid A. I thought it was a really good thing. I thought the show in general was a really good B plus type of area. Obviously, we didn't have as enjoyable stuff, but I did like this structure. This structure was perfect to me. We started off with a little bit of a promo. We jumped into a match. We had a little bit of a promo. We got a match. So we got a little bit of a promo, and then we got a match. I thought that was kind of the perfect thing. We got a lot of people, on this roster that they're trying to give time to. So we really do need to have good matches. And I think definitely two singles match and a tag match is good. And then next week we got the women's champion and Natalia versus Nikita Lyons and Zeta Steel. I think that's gonna actually be a pretty solid match. I don't know if it's good for Natalia. I don't really know. Like, I feel like with Natalia that she's already accomplished so much stuff that like it's just kind of one of those things that like this is just another feather in her hat to a certain extent. Like she's just, yeah, I'm gonna go do this because I've never done Evolve. And but people feel like it's like she's going like taking a step back, but I mean I think it's just she wants to do other stuff and be on TV. I mean, I don't think there's anything necessarily wrong with that, but I can't wait for that episode. I don't think we've got any other matches announced, but I'm cool with that. We also need some title defenses. I know it's only a couple days in or a couple weeks in, but like we got to see some stuff. But yeah, I think overall the show was pretty solid. Really good on the 15th episode that we're still pumping out some good stuff on a week to week basis. Honestly, the show's been overall really good, so I really can't say anything bad about it right now, and I just can't wait to see what they do with it. Until next time, this has been Japan. If you like this video, we do Evolve every single week. It'll be uploaded the day after Evolve. We do Raw, SmackDown, and then a bunch of other videos in between. And if you like WNBA, we got a little bit of that as like the side spice. But like right now, we're almost getting like two videos a day because of all the events just going on 24/7. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.